Welcome to day 24 of the 2016 Horror-a-Thon, brought to you by Nightmare Effects. And today we're continuing the Halloween franchise. We're moving on to a little bit, more controversial films with Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, starring Paul Rudd. If you don't know what Paul Rudd is, I mean Ant-Man. That's all you really need to know.
Role models.
Role model. Paul Rudd actually has a pretty solid resume. This was probably the one that stands out as not being the best. And actually, I really don't think Paul Rudd's too good in this movie.
No.
So this was a learning experience for the guy. He starts off okay. And then it just kind of progressively declines throughout the movie. At the end, he gets very weird. And he's supposed to be a weird guy, a little off, because he's Tommy. He's Tommy from the first one.
Yeah.
So he's a little messed up with the experience he had as a kid and is stalking, just really studying Michael Myers, just kind of obsessing over it. We get that side of it. We get the Donald Pleasant side again, but then we open up with people that are living in the Myers house now, okay? And that's really the motive behind how we get these characters. They live in the Myers house. It's a pretty nice house.
Yeah.
Arguably a pretty nice house. And Michael is not too happy about it. That's the regular side of the story. The other side of the story is the Thorn. The Thorn that we see a glimpse of in 5 gets some play. They got the man in the black boots. That story comes out. This is where we get the story of these stars have to align to make the Thorn. And whenever you see it in the Halloween, like on Halloween night, if you see that symbol in the sky and the stars, Michael is seen. So pretty much anytime you've seen Michael outside of Halloween, then makes no sense. It's just, and you haven't seen this, but there's a producer's cut of this film that takes it even a step further with the weird side of things. And actually, we get Jamie Lloyd again. We get her character, not Danielle Harris, unfortunately. She's like 16 at this time. Don't get her character, we don't get her, but we get her character, and who's killed off fairly quickly, but she has a kid, which is Steven, who Paul Rudd finds. But that kid in the producer's cut is Michael's kid, okay? Michael has sex with his niece, and that's his kid. See, you know why that's just weird?
I'm speechless.
With the whole incest thing. And then just seeing Michael in that setting is just weird.
The opening where they were in some hospital, almost like an office warehouse, looked like.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it at all. There was no real establishment to that, I don't think. It just happened.
This whole Thorn thing, this whole cult, it's a cult is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just straight up thrown at you, and you're supposed to just buy in right away.
Didn't get it.
Yeah, it's not established all that well.
Like they're keeping like her there, and then they want Michael Myers to get her.
Yeah, like they want the baby. Okay, so they want her to give birth. To take the baby, put the Thorn on the baby, and this will be like the next pure evil.
Yeah.
And then Jamie's useless after that, I guess. But it just what confused me in the opening is why that that nurse that tries to help Jamie. What the hell was she doing there?
Like, shouldn't have been like all of them like brainwased almost.
They should have all been cult members, right? I really don't understand her role, but whatever. You got a kill out of it. So I'm gonna try to look at. There's some positive things I guess about this. Cool thing was bringing Tommy back. Donald Pleasance is good for he's good because he's Donald, but he's working with a pretty garbo screenplay.
Yeah.
And then I actually think Michael is pretty terrifying in this one. Okay. This is the first one. This is what the first thing you said to me when you watched it is that the mask is outside of the collar, which is odd. But the mask has especially comparing like Halloween 4 and 5, has a very menacing look.
Yeah.
Very dark and creepy. And I remember that shot of him with all the laundry hanging up and drying. She rips down the sheet and he's there at the axe. That shot is like famous. That's probably the main picture you see of Michael in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, you're kind of just playing around with a really weird cult thing going on. The man in the black boots, we find out, is somebody that used to work with Donald. It was a doctor that used to work at Smiths Grove Sanitarium.
You see him at the beginning?
You
and you see him at the end.
Yeah, you like, and then we've never seen him in any other movies. It's just kind of just a random throw in there.
Yeah.
And then we get to the climax of the film where Paul Rudd and his little female friend and the baby, they're trying to escape, and things go downhill fairly quickly. But Paul Rudd has a confrontation with Michael, and just starts beating the piss out of him with the pole, which is where you start getting the weird laughing thing going on, and he's just really... I mean, I understand that he's taking down, like, his childhood, like, enemy, I guess, the one that kind of ruined his life, but...
I wouldn't smile.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be giggling, and...
Yeah.
That's where it gets weird. Then we see Donald Pleasance again. They're all alive and happy at the end, but Donald's like, no, I'm gonna go back in, and we just hear him screaming.
Michael!
In the producer's cut, we see more. That scream actually comes from a very specific thing where he looks and sees like the thorn on himself. Yeah, it's
wow.
Yeah, and then he starts screaming. But yeah, in this version, the version that most people know about, it's just we're implied that he's gone. I think that decision was only made because he passed away.
It was.
Yeah, he only passed away. He passed away before the movie came out, just a few months before it came out. So yeah, that's a tough loss, you know. And now we've lost the last really good character in Halloween. But you know, this is probably this one's really controversial with fans. Because some people love it. Okay, some people really love it. Some people really hate it. I like to see it for what it is. I try to avoid comparing it to the first one. But if you're comparing it to the first one, it's piss poor.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to reviews with that being said. But before we do, let's shout out our sponsor, Nightmare Effects. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be back in a minute.
Nightmare Effects is an independent mask company providing you with quality craftsmanship at gruesomely affordable prices. They offer both replica masks and busts of one of the most iconic killers in cinematic history, while also offering custom orders and repaints. Like their page on Facebook and get your own today.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to reviews for Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Nick, out of 5 jack-o'-lanterns, what are we thinking?
I'm giving The Curse of Michael Myers 1.5 out of 5 jack-o'-lanterns.
I'm also going to give it a 1.5 out of 5 jack-o'-lanterns. Once again, not the worst in the series.
Correct.
There's still more to fall. Okay, so... but it does sit at 6% Rotten Tomatoes. Critics hate it. And it's very hit or miss with fans. Some people love it. Some people find it to be their favorite in the series. Some people absolutely hate it. It's just kind of your taste of things. To me, it does not even remotely compare to the original. Not even a little.
Nope.
I mean, the story is even completely different. You could damn near throw it off to a different killer completely. Just you had the Michael Myers name in place. Yeah, I mean... All right, so that'll be it from us. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And, of course, make sure you go check out Nightmare Effects on Facebook. These masks, here, and here, were made by Michael Hawkins over at Nightmare Effects. These full masks like this are $150 each, while hoods are only $90. Absolutely fantastic products for extremely low prices. And while you're doing that fun little research, make sure you go check out our short film, Jack. Just came out a couple days ago. It's getting some love out there, and I really appreciate that. It has clowns in it. I mean, the clown craze going on.
Perfect.
It fits right on it, you know? With all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.